Most people think about high ticket closers in Dubai and they picture Lamborghinis and yacht parties and beach clubs, but that's not my life. Nothing wrong with that, but my life looks more like this. I wake up, I come out here to the balcony, get some sun, do some stretching, I go down by the pool, I get ready for the day, and then I just get to work. I get on calls with founders and entrepreneurs from all over the world, leading sales teams and closing deals from 10K up to 100K. And here's something that nobody tells you about this remote closer life. Because it can be great, but it can also be a bit of a roller coaster, because the highs are awesome, but the lows will test your emotional resilience. And I've been living in Qatar for many years, even though I'm from Colombia originally, and English is not even my first language. But today I'm gonna pull back the curtain and show you what it actually looks like to be a high ticket closer in the Middle East, the emotional side that nobody talks about, and what it actually takes for you to build this kind of freedom lifestyle for yourself. So let's crack in. The first thing I get asked about is, Daniel, why on earth do you live in Doha? Why not Dubai? And honestly, it's a good question, because from the outside, they look very similar. They're all both tax-free or very low tax. They have great infrastructure. They're both hubs for international business. There's sunny weather almost every day of the year. But when you actually go to both cities, they're very different. Dubai is great, but it can also feel very shallow and hectic. It's so busy. The traffic is insane. And don't get me wrong, it's an incredible city. My brother lives there. I have many friends there. I go visit them from time to time. But personally, I just like something a bit more grounded and authentic. And so that's why I live in Doha, because it also has many opportunities, but without the noise and the flashiness. It just feels a bit more real, in my opinion. And for someone who values presence and just inner peace in general, that matters to me. I don't need the Instagram jet set kind of lifestyle. I just need peace and quiet, and Doha gives me just that. So some of my non-negotiables when I wake up here, number one is, and this is a rule for every morning, I don't start my day by checking my phone. I start by checking in with myself first. So no notifications. I just connect with myself. I set my intention for the day. I visualize the conversations I'm going to have. And it's not just a meditation practice. It's actually a performance practice. Because here's something that a lot of closers don't understand. The quality of your sales calls is determined before you even get on the call, because your nervous system can either prepare you for confidence and presence, or it can sabotage you with anxiety and neediness. And I've been teaching meditation for years. I have over 10,000 students on Insight Timer, which is the biggest meditation app in the world. So I practice this myself, and not because I have everything figured out. It's the opposite. I'm still figuring things out every single day, but it's just a foundation of everything else I've built. Because when you meditate, it's just you and your thoughts. And so you learn to understand yourself and how to relate to your thoughts. And in my opinion, I don't know anything more important than that, because you can have all the money, all the success in the world, but if you don't know how to relate to yourself or your thoughts, it's gonna be a bit tricky. So I start my mornings by connecting with myself, and by the time I sit down at my desk, which is right here, I'm locked in. So people imagine this work as being salesy and pushy. For me, it's quite the opposite. The best sales calls I've had didn't really have any selling in them. It was more so an authentic conversation. I listen more than I talk. I ask the right questions. I understand what the person actually needs. And then at the right moment, if it makes sense, I make an offer and I hold space for them to make the right decision. So that's sales 101, in my opinion. And right now I lead a team with Founder OS, a company that helps entrepreneurs and founders build their brand and scale through content and systems with Matt Gray. And on a typical day, I'll have anywhere from 5 to 8 calls booked with founders, coaches, entrepreneurs who have raised their hand and they say that they want to grow. And my job is to really understand them and to show them what is possible and help them decide if it's the right move for them. But here's something that nobody talks about when it comes to high ticket sales. It can seem very simple and easy because you're just on Zoom, right? Talking to people. But internally it can be emotionally demanding because you're dealing with rejection every single day. And when you have a bad week of calls and you don't make sales and you don't make income, and then your self-worth starts tangling up with your performance, that is where most closers break. And I've been there myself. But what saves me isn't a better script, it's not more objection handling, it's not watching more sales training. It's really having a system to regulate my nervous system and regulate my finances. Having an emergency fund, having savings, having investments, and having a meditation practice that keeps me thinking in abundance. Because when you sell from fear and scarcity, people can feel that. And they can also feel when you sell from certainty and abundance. So the work that you do on yourself is not separate from the work you do in sales. It's actually the most important work. And I must say that as a Colombian, I never expected to build my life in the Middle East, but Qatar has given me certain things that I couldn't have found in other places. It's given me a lot of safety, stability, obviously a very beneficial tax structure that allows me to keep pretty much everything that I earn, and a pace of life that balances my ambition with a lot of peace and quiet. And I'm also very thankful because I met my wife here, even though she's from London, but she's half Moroccan, half Filipino. So that also says a lot about the city because it's a very diverse place. And I don't close deals just to earn a commission. Of course, that's a huge part of it. But for me, every call moves the needle towards something larger. It funds the investments that are compounding in the background. It builds the reputation and the track record that can open bigger doors for me. And obviously it supports the life that me and my family are building. And it gives me the resources to keep developing my other work, my coaching business, the meditation, the retreats. So sales is the engine to build something way bigger. And I run my own coaching business. It's called Wealthy Sales Pro, where I help other sales professionals do exactly what I've done. How to make 20 or 30K plus a month, how to invest wisely, and how to build real wealth without burning out, because the goal was never to be a closer. The goal was always freedom. So that's a real look at what this life actually is. It's not a highlight reel, it's just the full picture. And if you are a sales professional who want to build something like this, and you are already in the game and you want to make more money and you want to keep more money, you want to invest, and you want to stop feeling like your income and your identity are the same, I built a free community. It's called Wealthy Sales Pro. I walk you through how to grow your income with better high-ticket offers from my network, and also how to build an investment system so that your money can grow and compound for you, and how to create the right habits that protect your energy and your mindset. So you can click the link in the description. It's free, check it out. Or if you want to work directly with me one-on-one, you can book a call below and we can sit down together and build a custom plan for you. So I'll see you soon.